Welcome everyone to the Freestyle Cast. I am your host Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with David Aston. What's up, David?
I'm with the great Matrix Lord 212. Apologies for being a jerk before. Love you, bro.
No worries, dude. I was playing. I had to download the new game, The Fall Guys.
What do you actually have to do in the Fall Guys? What's the objective?
It's a race to the finish line, and you have some obstacles. So I played it 3 times, like just now. I died each time, and I didn't make it. So I'm gonna try to do it tomorrow and live stream it and see what happens. It's a cool game. Everybody's playing it all over YouTube and everywhere. It's what's hot, what's in right now. So
it's like the wacky races, or it's a wild world.
Yeah, you have obstacles. You have stuff that's knocks you off the platform, and people are trying to push you off and attack you while you're trying to reach the finish line. So it's pretty cool. I have my video up. You can watch it later.
It's nice.
Fun game. I think I sent you some videos, some people playing it too. So it's a cool game that everybody's into. It's the hottest thing right now. It just started, so I joined the fray and I started playing it too.
Is it going to sort of push, Angry Birds and all that sort of thing?
And Fortnite. Well, right now it's the hottest game. The Fall Guys is the game right now. I mean, but Fortnite's still there, of course. But everybody's playing the Fall Guys right now.
I've jumped for town building, but I'm down on stand there.
So what's the weather over there? What's going on over there with the weather?
The weather is me, David Aston.
I know.
Doing about 1,000 quid's worth of crack, heroin.
Jesus Christ, dude! No, you are not.
Yes, I did. 1,000 quid's worth of not just crack and heroin.
That's not something to be proud. Pizza? You're crazy.
I had pizza. I had what was it? There was a whole bunch of pizzas actually.
What'd you get? Like a thick Sicilian, or did you get like?
I think it was an Indian type pizza.
Indian pizza?
Yeah. You would like it. Yeah, but the problem is when all I wanted was this month. The only thing I wanted was my next pipe, so I didn't bother to have the delicious slices. I had one slice, and that was it. See, I'm subsidizing other people. It's always me paying. So, do you think that's a sign that they don't actually?
I think you need to be clean, and I think you need to get your head straight.
When I'm paying for it all, do you think that's a sign that they see me as money?
I think that you have so much potential when you're clean and sober, and you don't need to do this. Like, you don't, dude. I know you're in a depression. I know. I want to see better things for you.
I love the feeling of heroin and crack.
No, you do not. You need something else to love.
No, I do, Joe. Heroin more than crack, and it just takes away everything.
No, bro. Bro, you're a wonderful friggin' person, man. Come on.
It takes away the pain of mum dying. It takes away.
I know your mom died. I lost my mom too, man. But you gotta you can't just give up. You gotta keep going, man. I know it's hard, dude. I know it's hard. And this is a wrong place to do this. I didn't know you were going to start talking about this on the live stream.
I don't care.
I know, but you should care about yourself. You should care about yourself.
I think it's better as an addict or somebody who has a destructive thing, anything that's destroying their lives, to admit it to themselves and others. It's better than hiding it from people.
I didn't say hide it, but you're so much better than this, dude.
I'm a shadow of my former self. I'm a has-been, basically.
No, you're not. I don't want to do this on here, man. I don't want this. This is not, you're better than this. We don't need to do this on the live stream. I don't know why you want to do this live.
Because I want to, because it's confession. It's confession. Anyway, change the subject. Sorry,
yeah,
Joe.
please. No, dude,
Joe,
you're a friend, man.
Joe, I love you, man.
I know, man. All right, so what do you think of all these movies now? They're gonna have Bill and Ted going to, it's gonna be on demand. Bill and Ted 3. Would you want to see that on and comforts of your home?
Are you sort of talking about the fact that they would have been in cinemas and stuff?
Right. Well, they're gonna be, but they're gonna be also on our TV. We can watch at home. I mean, would you watch it?
I'll be honest. I think this was probably going to happen. There would come a time when, God, I hate saying this, but cinemas would
go away.
Yeah, be a thing of past.
It's amazing how a pandemic causes that, right? Like just
yeah.
Nobody goes to movies anymore.
I mean, let's think about it logically. If your family, say of 2 little gits and 2 parents who can't stand each other, and you have a choice going to a cinema and paying,
right, the baby crying and everybody loud and screaming and everything, you
like
can't even enjoy it.
$40 or 40 quid to potentially 60.
Just stay home.
Or you have a choice of having a home cinema, and you can have anyone over. You can have any film you want, and you're literally in charge of the cinema.
Right, you're in your house.
Yeah.
Much
I mean,
better.
and the DVDs, you could get them as sort of
eventually,
bargain.
You get a bargain, I guess, when you buy it on your house. Yeah, that's true. I would want to. I mean, I don't know if I would want to see everything like Black Widow and like the Avengers movies, like the new ones coming out, and I would rather see in the theater. But I don't think it's going to be anytime soon before we go into the theater again. So I'll watch it at my house for the time being, I guess. And we got that. I mean, the one industry that did not slow down was the video game industry, but everything else, the video game industry. That's the only thing that didn't slow down.
What's the reason for that then? Is it because it's home based, of course?
I guess they just kept making video games and it didn't affect anything. But everything else is affected, like the filming of TV shows and movies and news shows.
Well, logically, this is the sober David Aston coming back. Logically, I mean, the way you view it is within your home, and also, I suppose, it doesn't have to rely on a cinema or anything. I mean, you can essentially watch movies now on the go, so you're not sort of bound to any time and place.
We got to get you a video game system.
We are excited. I was going to do an earthly child comment. You want to get me a video game?
We got to get you a system. That or a puppy or something.
Okay.
Jesus, you need to keep busy. Yeah. You need to have someone to care for. Maybe you need a dog. Maybe that would make you responsible.
You could have the console in the style of a perfectly shaped Marmite and toast.
We'll rate it. Don't get rated.
No, Marmite and toast.
Okay.
No. How's that?
Did you have a dog? Did you ever have a dog?
A dog?
Yeah. Did you ever have a dog? A pet? Did you ever have a pet?
I've dated a few of them.
No. Did you ever have a pet?
I've always had cats for some reason. I had a cat called Cisco when I was a little kid, and I
Why don't you get a cat?
And then I had Snoozy, who
Why don't you get a cat now?
The first time that I tried to get out alcohol, the first time I tried to kick alcohol, this is weird. Snoozy wouldn't leave my side. It's almost like she was looking after me. Yeah? She was sort of keeping me company.
Why don't you get a cat? Why don't you get a cat?
What would I call it though? What would be a good name for a cat?
But if you had a cat, you would be responsible because you would take care of the things. You have to feed it every day and give it what you would take care of it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Do you and Sharon have you ever had a dog at all?
I did, but not in this apartment. We're not allowed to. But I did have a dog before. Yeah.
Oh, what was your dog? Because my dad.
It was like part beagle. It was like mutt. But then at my friend's place, we also had a dog there too. So
really, a beagle?
It was like part beagle, part. It was a beautiful dog, though.
Like a crossbreed, basically.
Yeah.
My dad had tons. He was at Crofts one year. He had a Cocker Spaniel, a Dalmatian or something like that. Had two sort of blonde dogs. A Cocker Spaniel. That was one of my sisters. My brother, my half brother and half sister. That. But to me, they've always been like a proper brother and sister.
Right.
You know, because I love them. You know, and so a Cocker Spaniel. I can't remember what the actual breed is. Barney and Bruce, and the other one was sort of white and black, traditional type dog, basically.
Maybe you should get a cat or a dog, man. Maybe that'll be the best thing for you. Maybe it will save your life.
I'm gonna get a Dalek.
Yeah, of course you would say that.
Anybody comes over wanting
Blast them.
Miss Preston, these bills are overdue.
Right.
Exterminate. Oh dear. Oh dear. Did somebody come over asking for a bill payment? I can't remember.
Shit. Oh man, you need a hobby. You need something. You need a dog or a cat, something.
Cosplay would be rather cool.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Stan Lee's Spider-Man.
That's right. You need a cat.
Speaking of Spider-Man, you've been, of course, the there's this alien symbiote reality and Spider-Man Noir. But those are the ones. Those are the ones you bought the other day. And
you know what I like Noir? It's like Indiana Jones, but with spider powers, right?
I love that more than any Spider-Man. It feels oddly sort of familiar. You know what I mean? Sort of.
It's different. It's another universe.
You're right. It is sort of Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones with spider powers. I mean, that's what he's doing. He's getting artifacts. He's going on adventures like Indiana Jones, but he's Spider-Man in the, what time period is that? The 40s or whatever it is. It's brilliant, actually. It's a brilliant thing. It's a brilliant character.
You just reminded me of something. There's this Star Wars comic, a really brilliant sort of. It includes two characters by Harrison Ford, and Chewie and Han Solo crash land on a planet, and they discover the remains of Indiana Jones or something.
Oh, that was a thing. Yeah, I remember that. That was like a non-canon thing. Yeah.
This is what I love doing videos with Joe. You should have me on the bloody thing more often, but
I should be sleeping right now. You're lucky that I was up playing video games because I usually sleep. It's 3:30. It's 4:00 in the morning right now.
Who is this? Who is this slut called video games, and why are you spending so much time with her?
I haven't played in weeks. So hey, David Blythe, how are you?
Huh?
David Blythe is in the comment section. Hello, David Blythe.
You right, David?
So. Yeah, so I wanted to play. That was the thing. I was like, you know what, the heck with it. I'm going to do it today. I downloaded Fall Guys. And, of course, David asked me, like, let's do a cast. I'm like, all right, give me a second. And he's like, beeping in.
I was just stressed. Basically, if I hadn't mentioned it already, I've just blew £1,000 on the stuff you shouldn't do. And
get a cat. I'm telling you, get a cat if you had a cat before. Get a kitten. Get a kitten. Take care of it.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. The best high, as you will, that I ever get is being on shows with you and being with people I care about.
Perfect.
And I think that's the problem, really.
So good. You're in the cast with me. You feel better. Good.
I never feel like I'm welcomed by people. I don't mean to be abrasive. Yes, of course.
I know.
Beef Dad said once. He said this wonderful thing that I always admire him for.
Mm.
You're abrasive, but you mean well. Yeah, it's just I don't mean to be a pain in the ass or.
No, you're not. I listen. If I would love to talk to you all the time if I could, but a lot of times I'm working. You know that. But you got me when I was up. So, David Blight says that his family are up to their knees in kittens.
Oh,
you should get a cat. You should. I honestly think if you had a cat, you would be responsible because you know you have to take care of that.
Dave, what's your advice on any tip? Hang on, Joe. David, is there any advice from your experience of how to deal with kittens and stuff? Beg your pardon.
You should get a kitten, man. I'm telling you, that would like bring you down to earth. You have to take care of something. You know?
But the thing is, when you have a kitten, you have to sort of look after the kitten. You have to guide it away from. You can't just let it sort of stray away and all.
Right, so you would be 100% aware, making sure that thing's okay, and you would not fall off the wagon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. You would have to be.
And also, there's this thing you have to do. You have to sort of, point to no when they go to certain areas. The whole point is it's essentially like training a dog in a way. You're sort of training them where they can or can't go.
You should do the adventures of David Aston with a kitten. With a kitten, YouTube videos.
The Sixth Doctor had a lapel with the cat.
YouTube videos. You should do you trying to take care of a kitten with YouTube videos. Episodes.
Like Data.
Like she'd be wrecking your place and you'd be like, no. You should do that. That would be entertaining. That'd probably be the hottest thing on YouTube, man.
They should have had Spotting the Card.
Yeah. A cat cast. That's right. You could do a cat cast on your channel.
Worf didn't really like Spot though, did he? Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Like, if you got a cat, would you get a kitten or would you get like an older cat? Like, what would you do?
Pardon? I didn't.
If you got a cat, would you get a kitten?
Mm-hmm.
You would get a kitten?
That's a good question. I think it depends on how dedicated to looking after.
Wouldn't you want to raise it from the beginning, from its earliest beginnings when it's a kitten, or would you want to get a?
I would. I'd love that. I think the internal parent, if you will, cat cast.
That's right.
Well, hey, hello, and welcome to the Cat Cast, presented and created by David Aston. This bloke is just the Joe is he's just the janitor. Ignore him. He's not important.
He's not important. Not even remotely important, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I think from what I've heard from other people, it's rewarding, just like like having a young dog and so forth.
Right.
I have to admit though, I wouldn't mind a slough or a a groundhog, because one of my heroes on YouTube, no offense, Joe, is the groundhog known as Chunk. Chunk doesn't eat any junk.
Right. Why don't you, what would you name the cat anyway?
Cunt.
I knew you were going to say that. You're fucked up.
No, seriously. I don't know. That's a good question, actually. It might be Sid after Sid Barrett of Pink Floyd, or good name for a cat. Cats have to be able to understand the word, obviously, so it has to be like a very simple name, doesn't it? Socrates, I suppose. I don't know why. Socrates or...
Well, it's kind of complex, no? That's like kind of complex, no? Socrates.
Yeah. How about
like Zany? Zany the cat.
Omega.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, but the next time you go on the cast, you're gonna have a cat. Is that what you're gonna do? Jimmy has cats. Why don't you get a cat?
Yeah. Well, I think his last cat passed away, unfortunately.
You should get a cat.
Cat. Oh, Kit. I just had a thought. Knight Rider, Kit.
So you're gonna call the cat Kit?
Well, I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. No, that's Space Odyssey.
Hey, Kit. Thanks for the donation, Kit.
Turbo Mode.
Thanks, Kip. You should get a Kip. Do you think you should get a cat? I think you should get a cat. Super sticker from Kip. Thank you, sir. I think David Aston should get a cat.
Kip Ellis. Thank you. I love that name. Thank you, Kip. That's an awesome name. And also, thank you, David Blythe. Thank you for the comments and appreciate the input, you know. Kit Kat. I could have 2 cats. Kit Kat. Like,
there you go. So you're going to call you Cat? That's what you're going to do?
I just love cats. I don't know. But I think
so
it depends.
One.
I think it depends. The type of pet you have depends on your personality. You know, like they say, certain dogs are like have the same hairstyle of their owners or something.
Right.
And as far as cats, well, they're like wanderers. You know, they're like the doctor. The doctor.
Yeah. What would you get a dog? Maybe you wouldn't get a cat.
Have you heard of a TV show called Doctor Who?
What? How about a Chihuahua? Like a super small dog.
Chihuahua?
Like a super small dog. What about a small dog? That you would stick this big?
I've always wanted to have a sort of a lizard type thing or something. Yeah.
Lizard dog. Why don't you get a bulldog? A bulldog. A bulldog.
Who?
A bulldog.
Who's a boogle?
A bulldog.
Oh, bulldog. Oh, bulldog. Look like blooming Winston Churchill. Yeah. I'll be honest, I would prefer a dog that looks like an American.
Well, I think you should seriously consider a pet, my friend.
Like I was saying to Susan.
Susan Q?
Who I'm not remotely in love with or anything.
Okay.
Last year, I actually said very honestly that I wanted to become an immigrant into America.
David Aston coming to America. Yeah. Jesus.
You Mr. Trump getting very angry.
Jesus. Imagine you in America. You probably take it over.
I'll probably get arrested straight away, wouldn't I?
Probably, maybe.
We don't want your soul here, you goddamn limey, you son of a bitch. Take your ill-gotten gains and F off.
Jesus. Only for you, I stay up this late.
Thank you. Well, yeah, but it's not really late. It's early.
Oh, it is. For me, it is. I'm supposed to be going to work tomorrow. Well, now, I mean, I'm supposed to be going to work at 3 o'clock, so I should be sleeping and get my sleep before that.
Well, in future, let's do. In future, instead of drugs, instead of alcohol, let's do this. Me and you at a time that's better for both of us.
Yeah, stay off that stuff and do casts with me, and we'll talk about you getting pets and all kinds of other shit. Instead of like screwing yourself up, we're gonna improve you because you're important, you're special, and
I'm important.
You have a lot to live for. Yes, you are. Stop it. Now, you know that you're a good person. You're down on your luck, but that's gonna change, and you're gonna write yourself. That's it. Go get a cat.
I'm gonna be like yourself, writing a novel. I'm gonna write
maybe
every chapter.
I would love that.
The way I want it to be written. Yeah.
If you write a book, I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
I'll be honest. There was actually a competition. Have you heard of the YouTube channel Bedtime Stories?
Not really. I mean, it sounds familiar, Bedtime Stories thing, but
well, they had a competition. Basically, to do viewers had to send in their ideas.
Right.
About 200 or so words or whatever for a novella, a comic spread. What's a novella? Is it like a sort of mini comic type thing?
I guess. But I mean, so you want to be a writer? Is that what it is? You want to write things?
Well, I wanted to do that, but the drugs got in the way. But I had some fantastic ideas. I have ideas all the time.
So stay off it then, and just get yourself clean and write books and get a job and get yourself situated, man. You could do it, bro. Everybody else fucking does it. Get your shit together. You're fine, man.
Be the better person, the better man.
You are a better man.
Be like yourself and the wonderful David, Blythe, and Kip.
There you go. That's right. You got a lot of support, man. People support you. They love you. You know? They don't want to see you down and out. They want to see you successful. You know?
Maybe this is sort of sort of crossroad. I believe everybody comes to a certain, well, not just one point, but many points in their lives when, it's a crossroad between the old person, we sort of regenerate, if you will, from
to regenerate.
Let's regenerate to something wonderful. And in turn, ladies and gentlemen, Black Lives Matter, whoever you support, let's do it in a way that helps the humanity of us all as a species regenerate. Not as individuals, not as corporations, not as fear or hate or greed, but something that means something to all of us on a human physical level. Because at the end of the day, one life, and that's it. It's over.
I have faith in you, bro. You know that. I love you, man.
I love you too. I love you.
I want you to do great things. All right.
You love me more than Mama.
See, look at David Aston. Look at David Blythe said, "You're an insightful person, Dave." He says, "See that?" David Blythe said that. Say that. You're an insightful person.
Holy smokes! David Blythe.
You're an insightful person, Dave. See you.
David Blythe at 9:13 a.m. British time. Woohoo! British. No offense, dude.
Dude, you have so much potential.
Party. David, I'm being serious, but David Blythe for 9:13 a.m. You're an insightful person, Dave.
See?
I appreciate that. I think that's one of the hang-ups I have a little bit. I'm too posh or whatever. I can't help who I am. I don't think anybody can. That's like saying to a black person they shouldn't listen to rock and roll. Well, fuck that. Despite the fact that black people were responsible for rock and roll, why are people so obsessed with telling other people how to live their lives? You know, yes, you have opinions, but reality, the truth. You know that film, Infinity Gauntlet, which was never mentioned by the media at all.
Why don't you get some sleep?
Our lives are basically like alternative realities. Every single person is viewing the same reality from different perspectives. And the truth is, the idea that we can all have the same idea is ludicrous. But we can do something called listening. We can understand. We can have respect, forgiveness,
yes.
And love.
That's right.
And if we don't, if we stop, then we become like that sad little motherfucker called Hitler. Plus, he had a shit haircut and a shit hat.
Jesus Christ.
So, fuck you, Hitler. Suck my balls, you little bastard.
Oh, David Aston, you're original, man. All right.
Yeah, but Shawn's Jewish, so...
Yeah.
I mean, it's... No, I've got one more thing. It's like, I just thought it was extraordinary that some people were smashing up windows recently.
Protesters,
in Jewish ghettos, that shop owners were literally running their shops.
Yeah.
In Nazi-occupied thing, yeah. And they got those nasty little people running around, smashing their windows, charging them extortionate fees. Yeah. Now that should be a warning from history. Every one of us should never, ever underestimate how lucky we are.
Right.
I mean, I could bitch and moan about this flat, but there are people out there who are living in small, tiny houses in Oregon and California and many of them. And yes, I know these things because I have this thing called learning. Fancy that. And here's the thing. Unlike the politicians who go around ripping them away and destroying them, why are you destroying the homes of homeless people? They haven't committed a crime. You know? It's that simple. I'm not trying to rant everybody, but seriously, right now, in Joe's area of the woods, there are people being made homeless, not because they were irresponsible or addicts, but because they were victims to, fate and whatever. And nobody cares. And guess what? We should care and we can.
Right.
And I'm going to.
That's right. So,
that's my political...
There's always somebody worse off.
Yeah.
You have a roof over your head. Some people have a box over their head. Think about that for a second. Think about how many years Team Punk Star Raising was homeless.
Pardon you?
Think about how many years Steampunk Star Raisin was homeless, and now he has an apartment.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Long time.
Really?
Remember? Yeah.
He was homeless.
Yes. Long
Susan
time.
was as well. She was living in a car.
Yes. Yes.
She inspired me to try and sort of.
That's right.
Face my addictions or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
But it gets me so angry when people bitch and moan about having their rent paid and virtually everything else. And the weird thing is, homeless people are going out to work even though they know their homes are going to be possibly taken away by the caring authorities or whatever. You know? Why would you take away or destroy a homeless person's home?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I'm not joking. That fucked me off so much because I was homeless for a while. I was in a park.
Right, I remember.
It's not right.
I know.
I'm not sorry for going on, everybody.
That's why you have to get yourself together and you have to improve your life and change it for the better. And so when you get your
mustache, sorry, Joe.
That's okay. You reading David Blythe's comments?
No, Gordon Bennett, just others. Oh.
You need to get yourself better so you could help people.
Yeah, but people moan. There's a lot of people with jobs and roofs moaning about homeless or even addicts. But I can tell you this from my experience, everybody. A lot of the homeless or addicts actually work.
Well, you gotta better yourself so you can help others.
And anyway, speaking of work, when can we expect the next great book from Matrix Lord?
I sort of not doing anything right now. I put that aside.
What's the most recent one you released? It's number 13.
Twist of Hate. Yeah, I'm not doing right now. With everything going on, I kind of put the new book on the back burner.
Cool.
Because I can't focus on that. There's other things in life. Life catches up to you sometimes. So
I think it's time for somebody to start buying these books.
Got a little card. Look at this.
Oh yeah. I think your books have amazing covers, actually.
Thank you. Worked on it long enough.
Angel, of course. I love angels.
Yes. So, yeah, one day I'll do another book again, but for now, I want to promote this one, and we'll see what happens. Right? And you're gonna get a cat, right?
I'm gonna get a cat called Schroeder. Huh?
That sounds cool.
And then
I have to get to sleep because I have to get ready for work later.
Sure. I appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it.
Dude,
you saved me from going completely mad.
Oh, well, that's good. You're the best, bro. You know that. Love you, man. You know that. All right. Love you, bro. All right.
I love you.
I'm gonna be going to work later, so make sure you're okay. All right.
Yeah.
Please. I'm gonna be working for a while later.
I'm gonna try and be a bit more responsible.
I'll talk to Susie a little bit, maybe. Right.
I miss her.
So talk to her. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, Kip. Appreciate it. Thank you, David Blythe. Take care.
To all the boys, to all the viewers, love you.